Okay, YouTube, it's been a long time.
Hey, YouTube.
What are we doing, Grant?
We are about to go see our sonogram.
Yeah, so we haven't seen the baby in ultrasound form since week 20.
Week 20, yeah.
And we're 35 and a half weeks. So we're excited to see, and Grant actually gets to come in.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. This will be my second appointment since COVID. I've actually got to go in, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And before that, he couldn't even come sit in the waiting room, but at least he's been able to sit in the waiting room lately. So Grant will get to see this, and then the next time Grant gets to see him, we'll be delivering him.
That's it.
That's it.
Can't wait to see him meet the little guy.
Okay, post the doctor's appointment, we stopped at Jersey Mike's. I already ate my baked chips, got my side of pickles. I got a Gatorade Zero, and Grant got a Diet Pepsi there. And then I'll show you all my sandwich. Okay, and for my Jersey Mike's, I got wheat, turkey, and I got it warmed up because I'm pregnant, with provolone cheese and Mike's Way with all the veggies. There you go. That's it. Yum. So, about to go to the gym for my own workout. It's been crazy because not only, you know, like when it's your birthday, all the like text and social media stuff's going off. Plus I decided to do a week long of giveaways, and then my biggest giveaway today on Instagram, it's like a $3,000 value with some of my favorite things. And it's the last day to turn in all of the $5,000 transformation challenge entries for Power Fit. And of course, naturally, I know everyone always waits until the last day and then they want verification that it's been received. So been on email inbox overload for the day, but it's such a blessing at the same time. So scheduling a little bit of just me time, and I'm gonna go get my workout in here just a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit of me putting this pregnant bump into action. Okay, off to my birthday workout now. Little kid at heart with my unicorn backpack. I swear I'll never grow up. Big belly is about to get put to work. Okay, for the voiceover for the workout, whenever you're seeing this workout, I believe like 36 and a half weeks pregnant. So I have kept up with my full body strength training with Power Fit this entire pregnancy, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm now a little over 37 weeks, and I have decided to give up the barbell work. So this was one of my last workouts with barbells. And my doctor did not tell me I needed to give up barbells by any means, but just getting this close to delivery, knowing it can be any day, I don't want to, put myself into labor by straining too much being at the gym. And so you'll see I'm still holding on to a great amount of back muscle, as you can see in these lat pull downs. So I've really just approached pregnancy like a big bulk because I'm obviously eating in a surplus. And then doing lots of pelvic floor and safe core work and breathing exercises that are in our Pump Your Bump pregnancy program that's safe for all trimesters. Okay, so for my birthday dinner, first of all, I can barely see my feet. But look, y'all, we're doing it at the new house because the big glass wall just got installed this week. And I'm so obsessed with it. And so I had this balloon thing made for Grant and I to have a little dinner here. So it'll be our first dinner in the new house. And even like, how pretty is the greenery right here with the balloons? I think it looks so good. And then look how beautiful the window wall is. Okay, look how cute birthday dinner is. What do we have, Grant?
All right, so Randa requested Imperial Chinese food from, it's one of our favorite restaurants. It's actually the first restaurant I took her on our first date. So we got Chinese takeout. And I got the backdrop from our wedding backdrop from or the cloth from our wedding backdrop or whatever. Put it over a table, had a balloon, whatever this thing is called.
Arch.
Arch.
And what are the green drinks?
So Randa loves the Diet Baja Blast from Taco Bell. They're amazing, 0 calorie. So trying to stay a little healthy while we celebrate her birthday.
Perfect. Our first meal in the new home. We're only a couple weeks until we welcome baby boy to our family. And so I told him there would be a time in our life where we have him grown up, or maybe more children, I don't know, living in this home, and it'd be really cool to tell them about our first meal experience that we ever had here for my birthday. And since it's COVID, it just makes total sense because you can't really go anywhere with a big group or have a bunch of friends and family anyways. Okay, Grant and I are headed to, where are we going, honey?
I don't know, Houston?
Houston, we're gonna go do some baby shopping, and I had to show y'all my outfit. I'm not like that dressed up or anything, but these jeans are not maternity. I'm 37 weeks, and look at my little belly. It somehow still fits in them.
Size 3.
Size 3, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. So my clothes are slim pickings at this point, but we're gonna go do some baby shopping, and we're gonna do some videoing in the car on the way.
Big old grub on it.
Aren't you leaving? We don't like when they leave us. We don't like when they leave us. Okay, live from the car with us.
I don't think that's gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Okay, so I started this video over a week ago. I thought it was gonna be my birthday video. Then we were going and traveling for baby stuff yesterday.
Right.
The roads were bumpy, the traffic was horrible, so here we are just sitting down in the house.
Absolutely.
To finish talking about what this video is actually about.
Yeah, what is this video about? I don't even know.
Well, today marked 6 years since I blindly went to go meet you.
Oh, it is right. Oh, how about that, girl?
So I figured we'd do a little trip down memory lane to share with everyone on YouTube and then do like an update on the house and the baby.
Right, absolutely.
So 6 years ago, what happened?
So we were set up on a blind date. I just won a softball tournament in town, and we were all going out that night. And I had asked Randa to, hey, do you want to come meet me? And she said, well, maybe, possibly. And
because what had happened the day before?
yeah, so her truck and trailer broke down in Dallas, and so she needed help with her trailer, and so. Tiffany, our friend who introduced us, basically said, hey, reach out. She's having trailer problems, no big deal. Here's her number. So I texted her and I said, hey, we'll get you fixed up. Bring your trailer into Gooseneck. I'll help you out. I'll get the boys to work on it, and I'll get you taken care of.
And I had been through 24 hours of hell, had no makeup on, wet hair, broken out stress face. So when I walk into Gooseneck, I'm just praying that I don't meet Grant looking the way I did.
Right.
And I did it.
Yeah, but I saw her driving with Audrey anyway.
Oh, you did?
On the highway.
You never told me that.
Yeah.
Were you trying to check me out?
Yeah, because once I called up there, I was like, did you get taken care of? Oh, yeah, they already left. While I was at my office, I was like, I wonder if they're on the highway. So I bolted out.
Stalker! So then stalker vibes. Tell them what happened the first night that I blindly came to meet you.
So,
he had no social media, so I did not see a picture of him. I had no idea what he looked like. Nothing.
Right. So she blindly went into meeting me or whatnot, and I'm not real good. I had no game whatsoever with girls, and so I thought it would be funny, which turns out it really wasn't. It was real creepy. And so we're talking, getting to know each other, and I was like, so, you want to hear something kind of funny? And she was like, what? And I was like, I know where you live. And her eyes just got like bug-eyed, wide-eyed, like, oh my goodness gracious, like, what are you talking about, you crazy person? I was like, let me explain. And so I proceeded to tell her that, the only reason I knew where she lived is because I'm on the Architectural Control Committee of Austin's Colony, which was the neighborhood she lived in, and that she had 33 violations for parking her big trailer in the cul-de-sac. And of course, I never turned her in, I never reported it, I never did anything about it, but I was like, the reason I know who you are is because I keep, weekly getting email updates from the HOA saying, hey, you need to go get this girl to move her trailer out of the
cul-de-sac. You could have met me that way. You could have used that as a way to come meet me. Were you scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
So as I was editing the video, I forgot to mention about the outfit that I wore when I met Grant.
Right. So the very first time we met, she wore this big, long, flowy maxi dress, but it was like leopard print.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst thing I'd ever seen. It was not flattering, not attractive, like could not stand the dress. But we always laugh about it today. But
I put it on for him like a year later, and didn't you say it wasn't as bad?
I said it wasn't as bad.
So he knew who I was.
Right.
But I didn't know who he was.
She had no idea who I was.
Because he knew that I owned a store next to the tap, Southern Joel's.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we met that Saturday night, and I guess it was like we realized we were neighbors.
Right.
Grant lived like 3 streets behind me.
Right. Breakfast that next morning or whatever.
And did we start hanging out every day that week, or did we wait a couple weeks?
No. It was like a month later. It was like a solid month later.
Yeah, so like I met him, and he's like kind of like quiet for a month. And then I went from not knowing who this guy was to like literally if I took the trash out, Grant was driving by. If I was coming home from going out with friends at like 10 or midnight, Grant was walking Bucky by the house. He was everywhere, and I had to look cute at all times because he was gonna drive by or be running by. And then I love miniature English bulldogs. He's walking by with Bucky, and I was just like, oh my God, my little heart.
Yeah. This guy's so perfect.
But he would not ask me on a date, and I was like, I'm not gonna hang out with him unless he asks me on an actual date. My friend told me to set those boundaries, but so I started getting a little testy, and I was like trying to get him to ask me on a date. So I remember texting him this little meme that said, it had the comfort zone real small, and then it had like all these fireworks and stuff, and it said where the magic happens. Right. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you'll find out when you ask me on a date.
And I was like, I'll call you tomorrow.
Yep. And then you were Snapchatting. No, Grant was Snapchatting guns, and I knew that my brother had bought me a gun to be by my nightstand, so I Snapchatted the gun back, and then I got an old school text message from Grant.
I was like, oh, cool, what kind of gun is that? And so we started talking guns, and then she duped me again.
So how much did I know about guns?
At the time, I thought she was a rodeo cowgirl who knew a lot about guns, because I had just got my new AR, and I was excited about all the stuff that we had put on it. And she was like, tell me about it. So I was telling her all about what I put on it and how it was rigged up. She's like, oh, that's great. I like to do A, B, C, D, F, and G with my guns. And I'm like, I've hit the mecca of girls. Like, she likes sports. She's country. She's got, she's got business. She knows about guns. Like, oh my God, it's just so amazing. And then I found out she didn't know anything.
So how was I having a conversation with you about guns?
So I asked her to go hunting on our first date. And so I was like, hey, do you want to go bird hunting? She's like, I'd love to. I shoot birds all the time, all this stuff. I'm like, cool. I was like, I'll pick you up. I don't even know what day it was, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever. And she goes, okay, I'll be ready. So as I go into the house, she's like, all right, I'm ready. And she pulls up the shotgun. She's like, oh my God, here we go. Just like waving it around. I'm like, this girl got me. She didn't know how to hold it. She doesn't know where to point it.
So what happened is I called my brother whenever Grant started texting me about guns, and I was like, hey, Grant is like engaging in conversation with me about guns, but I don't know anything about guns. So I was like, I'm going to copy and paste everything Grant sends to me to you, and then you come up with a response that sounds educated but also like me, and I'll copy and paste it back to Grant. So basically I was the middleman between
me and Jacob were having a conversation about guns. I thought I had found the perfect one.
I got asked on a date, though.
I'm not going to lie, it worked. It got you. It got me to ask you on a date.
And did I shoot anything on our first date?
One.
And I was so proud. I did not even expect it. I'd never shot a gun in my life.
That one dove had its own little pile. It was special. It could not be in the same pile as all the other birds because it was the special bird. Mm-hmm. And so the whole time I'm sitting there going, I was so proud of her. I was like, you shot a bird. She was not even... He wasn't hitting anything.
I took 2 shots of vodka before you picked me up. Let's be real,
she was so nervous. And so I was like, if you shoot one more bird, I'll take you to dinner tonight. She's like, okay. And she went from being like, oh, this is fun to... I mean, she got serious. Like, it was a serious deal to shoot that extra bird. She wanted to go on to dinner that night. And so even though she did not shoot that bird, I felt sorry for her. So I took her to Imperial and we got some sushi.
We did. We went in our little camo outfits.
Yeah, and I was bragging on her to the people. Mm-hmm. And this is where I'm socially not aware of some things or whatever. So I turned around and ordered the Love Boat, which is like the big boat with all the sushi on it. It's called the Love Boat. Bold move, Cotton. And I'm sitting there going, I didn't think, it was a really good meal. I didn't think about the name. I didn't think about any of it.
Hello?
I was like, I don't think about that stuff.
So anyways, we went on our first date. Then we started hanging out literally every night because we realized we were basically neighbors.
That's when we started.
It was so convenient. The first time that Grant and I spent the night with each other, he had a ranch house and he had like set up this like small intimate group of people that I knew and hosted me overnight with all of our friends and had breakfast and dinner, and we were out on the 4-wheelers and Rangers. It was all really, really sweet.
It was raining.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I asked him to race me all the way up to the top of the hay bale because he still hadn't kissed me. We'd known each other like 6 weeks at this point.
I'm like really, really old school. Like I take my time. I don't inappropriately engage. Like I want there to be clear boundaries, and I was just like I was very patient with that.
And it was very respectful,
and
which was sweet. But also I'm like, does this person even like me?
Yeah. So we were driving around in the battery down on the Ranger underneath the big hay barn. So it's the hay bales are stacked probably 4 or 5, probably 4 rows up. With the big hay bales, and she's like, "I'll race you to the top." Well, me not understanding what's going on, I thought it was an actual race. Like I thought it was a competition. So I'll let you take it from here.
So we raced to the top. Grant beats me.
Smoked her.
I thought that I would win, or I thought that he would understand to like let me win.
Yeah, so I let her get on top of the first hay bale. I was like, you realize I'm going to smoke you on this. She's like, oh no, I can beat you. I was raised in the country. I was like, uh-huh. So I let her, I said go, and I let her get on top of the first bale, and then I took off. And a little spider monkeyed up, and I'm just waiting at the top like...
By the time I get to the top, I'd had enough, and I literally just form tackled him and started making out with him.
Yeah, she.
I was like, I gotta do this myself.
I was just standing there, and all of a sudden she started running at me, and I'm like, oh, this is and I just like, she like completely took me off my feet, and I'm on the ground, and I'm like, oh God. The next thing you know, she starts kissing me. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
So I was like, you do like me, and he's like, because every night that we were hanging out, we would then go like on a neighborhood walk together because we were neighbors. And he's like, you think I just wanted to walk 15 miles this week just cause?
Yeah.
And all of our friends were down in the Rangers like cheering us on. It was like,
oh, they have it on video. We don't know where the video is, but we do have it on video. But I remember Tanner going down there like, yeah, you know, completely like, you know, fist pumping and screaming.
And so we were kind of inseparable ever since then.
Pretty much.
Yep. And now we are 37 weeks.
37 weeks today.
So we're going to get an updated weight and sonogram on baby boy tomorrow and kind of get a game plan, but it's getting close. So we're about to have our first baby.
Yep.
We've been married for 3.5 years now.
Yep.
And give them a house update.
All right, so we are building our new house right now. It's actually right next door to Mom and Dad, which is one of the main reasons we decided to go ahead and buy the lot and build again. And currently, we've got everything sheetrocked. We've got most of the stone and stucco on. That should be done this week. And cabinets and trim start next week, Monday. And I cannot wait. We have got some really cool things planned for that house that we can't wait to share for everybody. I really think you'll like it.
Yep, so we expect maybe like another 3-4 months.
Probably 3 or 4 months worth of building.
For the house to be finished. So we obviously, if you've watched our other videos, which I will link below and they are on my channel, we got unexpected pregnant right after we started building the house. So that's why the baby is actually coming first before the house. So the side, this is gonna be my gym with all those windows. And then here's the public back porch. Grant and I also have a private back porch off of our master suite too.
It was an unplanned pregnancy.
It was all in God's hands because now it really is.
Well, that happened 10 days after we bought the lot. But we bought the lot thinking, oh, well, we're going to start trying to get pregnant next summer and we'll start building next year. Like, we had no plans whatsoever to immediately start anything. Well, 10 days after we bought the lot, we, like I said, accidentally got pregnant. And I'm like, oh, we kind of need to put a move on this deal. So here we are. So
I wasn't going to get a nursery together in this house, but then I decided to. So we have the bassinet in our room. We don't have like the fully decorated nursery, but it's a very functional nursery for us to bring him home to. So we expect that we'll move to the new house where his fully decorated nursery will be when he's sometime between 3 or 4 months old.
Absolutely.
So I guess that's kind of an update from us. That's all this YouTube video is really about. It was supposed to be about my birthday, but I've been so bad about filming because there's just been so much Power Fit work. We just announced the big $5,000 Transformation Challenge winner.
Yep.
We're kicking off our next challenge tomorrow. I'm trying to wrap up a lot of work, to-do list stuff so that I can start nesting and learn to become a mom and welcome this baby boy into our home and our life.
That's it.
And I guess before we end, what are you most excited about to become a parent?
I don't really have any one thing that I'm the most excited about. Obviously, you know, I grew up playing sports, and so I'm just envisioning Little League and football and all the sports we can play together. But, you know, if he's not an athlete or wants to be in the band or a mathlete, then looks like I'm going to have to learn how to play chess and play an instrument. We're going to, whatever he is wanting to do, I'll support him in whatever he wants, and we'll give him an opportunity to succeed and just being a part and help him. I just think it'd be fun.
And I'm very anxious to see how Bucky and Barbie adapt to their new little brother that will be here soon. So Bucky, if you're new to following us, is almost 14 years old, the miniature English bulldog.
He's our old man.
And then Barbie, come here, baby, to help extend old man's life.
And she has done a great job.
She has done a very great job. She keeps him running around, active. She keeps his appetite up. So that's it. Just wanted to do a little family update for y'all. So I guess the next time that you watch a video from us, we'll either be in the hospital having a baby or already home with a baby.
That's it.
So here's to the last one before baby. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna close out this video straight from my car. Not very glamorous. I have a strawberry water from Sonic. If you follow me for a while, you know I love these. Anyway, sorry this video is kind of all over the place. I meant for it to kind of be birthday weekend, and then I got where I was like enjoying and trying not to like put too much on camera, especially like other people in my life. Like Grant's used to being on camera, but not everyone else is, you know? So kind of just house update, baby update. work update. It's my first YouTube video in months because obviously pregnancy was unexpected, so it kind of put like a lot of work into a short amount of time. So December we launched our empowerment coaches, and I was training them January through March with the new course I was creating, a 90-day course. After that, we came out with the pregnancy program course, Pump Your Bump, that launched middle of April. June 1st, we launched the Kate Davis by PowerFit fitness and nutrition course. And then the beginning of July, I launched my confidence and mindset course. So just a little over a week ago, I launched that. So I've been so busy creating courses for my community that I've kind of had to slack a little bit on my YouTube. But I'll get back to that because obviously we're about to have a baby. So there's going to be someone new to introduce. And I'll be doing some more like eating styles with me. I'll try to get one in before we have baby. I can't promise anything, but for sure with postpartum and getting my body back, I'll be sharing some of that. So if you love this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and whatever you're wanting to see on the next video, please share with me in the comments below so I can read and make note of that. So thanks for watching. Bye.